Still one of the smoothest entrances in the biz, man.
Without a doubt.
It's just absolutely awesome. Well, welcome everybody to a special episode of One of One. As always, myself, George, and Sam of 609 Sports Talk, as well as also a partner on Dueling Aces now as well. We have some very interesting topics that we are wanting to tackle this evening. We know it's a late Saturday night on August 2nd. And yeah, we know SummerSlam is actually occurring as well, I think, but is what it is. We want to jump into the baseball umpires of the MLB and, of course, closing pitcher entrances we will also tackle this evening. But first up, we have to know we can no longer ignore the elephant in the room, Sam. We really cannot. And that, of course, is the unfortunate ordeal of the umpires. Very particularly this one, and as everybody can clearly see, that ball is right down the middle. You can't, I mean, as far as the hitter even goes, I'm sorry, but you're watching this ball come square in. Hello, that's your dream pitch. It's right there. You couldn't ask for it anywhere else. You couldn't want that thing any better than right down the middle like this. I almost want to smack the batter. I mean, especially when you're down 6-3, you need a body on base. Dude, what are you doing? What are you waiting for? Christmas?
Yeah, honestly. It's just the continuing of one of the worst seasons of umpiring that we've ever seen. That's literally what this is. It's the worst umpiring season I think we've ever seen in baseball history. And it took for Angel Hernandez to actually leave Major League Baseball for this to happen.
At this point, though, we're seeing players getting busted for gambling. It is so bad right now. Are the umpires getting involved in gambling?
You know, I have tried so hard to try to give the benefit of the doubt that maybe not, but this just changes everything. Because this is not a pitch at the top of the box. This is not a pitch that's low that the catcher framed. This is not an outside corner that the catcher framed. This is not something right on the borderline of the inside part of the plate. This is a pitch right down the absolute middle of the plate. If the batter swings, the ball's going 400 feet over the wall. I have no idea how you miss something that bad without there being some agenda behind it.
Yeah, there has to be. I mean, the umpire, everybody's sitting there and they're like, oh, they're nitpicking it. They're making breakdowns. We're seeing different reels and videos all done going, this guy made, the one where they're watching the Angels. But I'm going to bring this one. I'm going to bring this one up right now on screen here, so that everybody can see the actual video of this being played.
Wait a minute.
When the catcher even froze and went, "Really, really." Okay. I mean, when the pitcher and catcher both freeze and they're like, wow.
Wait a minute. Going on at home plate. Brian Walsh, man. That's literally right down the middle. I mean, you couldn't set it on the tee in the heart of the plate any better than. Look at this pitch right here. How do you miss that? Clement.
It's.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Going on at home plate. Brian Walsh, man. That's literally right down the middle. I mean, you couldn't set it on the tee in the heart of the plate any better than. Look at this pitch right here. How do you?
That, yeah. Sorry, boys and girls. That baby is literally right down the middle. And you mean to tell me that there couldn't be something set up there? I mean, come on.
Somebody in that, or I don't even care if it was. I believe that it was Zach Eflin pitching in this. I believe. I don't care if it was him. Somebody had to get tossed right there.
The umpire.
I understand that. I'm just saying, if I'm someone from in the Orioles dugout, I'm getting tossed. You call what you want. I'm getting tossed for that.
The thing is now we know by now the umpire has had to have seen this video because it is the largest main social media video being shared, edited, and streamed in the past week. And everybody's got their own little versions of it. I'm waiting to hear Three Blind Mice being played to this. You know, that's just the next best thing is you're going to hear three blind mice being played to this. It's just like, are you serious right now? I'm sorry, but there's just no way. There is no way. We started saying earlier in the season, we said that it was the umpires were starting, because they were using the challenge rule in, spring training. And it's like, okay, well, if it works, they're probably going to take a look at it and they're going to use it. Dude, this is on purpose, man. There is so much screwing up. It's unbelievable.
And if I'm Major League Baseball, I'm taking that umpire and this crew. Honestly, I'm calling a meeting with every umpire in the league. I'm going to show them this video and just say to them, "Do you want to keep your job? Well, what are you guys doing here?"
Yeah, they're not. It's far from it. There's so much more being shown on how many calls are just blindly or being missed. And I mean, balls that are balls being called strikes. And then when they're strikes, they're being called a ball. It's like, wait a second, you guys, what gives? How are you missing these things? This is just stupid now. And here we are, we've made it past the All-Star break, and it's gotten so bad. That the rest of the way through, this is just going to be disastrous. They're purposely, they have to, at this point, they have to be asking for the challenge system to literally be initiated in. It's going to be to the fact that, one, the catcher's craft of framing will be totally taken away. That art of framing will go bye-bye because they're going to use this and they need to utilize this every pitch. It's like, hey, here's the strike zone on the guy. That's what it is. It's there. If you're not calling it, we're going to call it for you, and then we'll relay it in your headset, and then we will turn around and tell you what it is. And we'll tell you if it's a ball or a strike. It's that simple. The only job you have to worry about is trying to call it safe or out at home plate. That's all you have to do. And that's even still going to get challenged.
Yeah.
It's like, listen, guys, you're begging for the human element to be taken out of the game. You are doing this on purpose because you want something else done. Some of these guys make six figures. And guess what? I'm sorry, but if you got to start, they're going to have to turn around and do what they do with the NFL. They're going to have to start grading the umpires and grading the crews and giving them failing grades. They're going to have to do that. They're going to need to do that because there are some umpires out there that are really busting their butts to get it right. And you got almost what seems to be 2/3 of them doing this.
Yeah. I forget which crew. There's this one crew in Major League Baseball. I forget the crew chief's name. He usually, when he's behind the plate, he's got like a 92% rate on every report card that they give his crew. He's one. I forget his name, but there's only like one crew in Major League Baseball that is actually accurate mostly.
And that's sad. It's like, why? I mean, you cannot sit here and tell me that these guys aren't starting to basically sandbag it just so that they can get that challenge system instituted. That would be very stupid.
Yeah.
That would be extremely stupid. Or they, because where else would you figure it except for in the NBA where the referees are betting on games? Well, guess what? Is it time to start checking the umpires and the NFL referees and the college referees? Start checking some bank accounts.
Yeah, I think we're getting to that point because, like, what umpires don't understand is by them trying to get all the challenges implemented and all this stuff, they're losing their credibility.
Mm-hmm.
To where it's going to get to the point where baseball's like, nah, we don't need this anymore.
I was going to say, and that's the other problem is, okay, you're basically having a robot take over a human job.
Yeah.
And that's what you guys want out of baseball?
I guess so.
Or, as I stated before, are they betting on the games and how they say they're doing prop bets or whatever? It's like, all right, how many balls and strikes are being bet on? I mean, clearly something is going on because it has never, ever, ever been this bad in all of Major League Baseball history. And everybody's saying, oh, you're just, you're blowing it up because everybody's watching it more closely now, ever since that came about. And it's like, no, it's just, it is, they're not making it a secret. They're not keeping it a secret.
No, they're not.
They are not keeping it a secret at all. They are literally basically telling you, yep, we don't give a damn.
But see, this was the problem by letting sports bet become a public figure because it was going to take over the world of sports. George, we can place bets on WWE, which is scripted.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I mean, shoot, if you're one of the WWE writers, I'm placing bets like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to pencil Seth Rollins to win this match. All right, let's go to FanDuel real quick.
Yeah. I mean, hello. I mean, come on.
And this is the problem that I've had with sports betting. It was going to ruin the sport because everybody was going to want to get involved. And what cracks me up, I'm not saying I understand the punishment with players, but it just finds it very funny how Major League Baseball can collect profits off of sports betting, but its players, they can't touch it. NFL, same thing. The players in these sports can't do it, but the sports themselves can benefit off of the profit. Okay. I see how this works.
Well, and as well, that's why you also have the NIL, which is a whole other show.
Oh God.
You
We'll be
know,
here all night.
yeah. But it's, right now, I'm sorry, you've got a couple umpires that are sitting here, once you make it up into the big leagues, you're still looking at 5 digits. But it's just like, okay, well, if it isn't still that enough, are they placing bets on the side? Are spouses or siblings or whatever, are they making the bets for them?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, of course, we've seen how Shohei Ohtani turn around and, bypass that is his translator. Yeah, that's the ticket. It was my translator.
Yeah, because Major League Baseball. Yeah, because Major League Baseball is going to throw a punishment at its biggest money ticket.
Well, Dan, I was going to say, Dan, and thanks for jumping in and checking us out. Appreciate it on this. I don't know. I like the first down thing. I mean, that's always been really tricky. So I'm not minding that much of it to utilize it as an aid. I mean, this right here, as I said, if they want to turn around and they want to throw, my theory on the resolution is you get one per batter. And it's like you're one at bat. That's all you get. You get the one per batter and that's it. And kind of the catcher is the same way. It's like, hey, listen, you get one per at bat and then you're done. And I mean, we were at a Columbus game a couple of years ago when they utilized that down at minor league level, and it did not take long at all. I mean, that challenge, they're like, hey, challenge, boom. All right, no problem. We're checking on the challenge. They turn around, go through the booth. It was like 10 seconds even. They go, showed up on the big screen. Yep, it was a ball. All right, next pitch, let's go. Boom, right on into it. Not even about 20 seconds total. It's not taking that long out of the game. I don't mind it if it can be set up that way. I think that would work.
And like you said, how they have report cards on NFL referees, they should do it with umpires. Not only should they do it with umpires, but somebody should, if they do bring in the challenge system, somebody should have to keep track of each umpire's game and say, like, look, dude, you got like 12 challenges in one game. What do you do? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Well, and again, if you've got a guy, I know I had another reel saved up and I was digging for it. We had one umpire that literally got called 18 calls and they all went against the Angels. I was just like, are you serious?
I don't stay up late to watch Angels games, so enlighten me.
Hang on a quick second. I have a few of these saved up here. I'm just trying to pull up that was the nope, that one was the Toronto kid jump on the wall. Oh, I'm not finding it. Damn. I thought I had it
Weekend against Milwaukee.
Oh.
What happened there, John? Some pain. Wow. I know Cruz is tall.
Didn't find that one, but I did find another one of these. What the heck? In the dirt, dude. In the dirt. Literally bounced in the dirt. But because the catcher brought it back up here.
That's another reason why these issues are becoming more and more problematic, is because of the way that these catchers are framing pitches now.
Right. The glove's coming up off the ground. They no longer are keeping it up in front and kind of in the spot where they want it. They're now just calling the pitch, and the pitchers are basically looking at the chest plates. And that's how they're changing it and getting away with it.
Yeah.
You know? That's how they're doing it. And it's sad. Oh, where the heck is it? No, that's not it. I know I had saved this one about the Angels because I was just like, okay, this is crazy. This is totally crazy. And I apologize. I thought I had it super close, but apparently I do not.
Well, here, let me just enlighten people for anyone that wants to know. The reason this Facebook reel cannot be found is because George sends and saves about 400 reels a day.
No, I've got it. No, I just whatever I share to you, I'm not saving those.
Still, we will never not have a show where we roast George on the amount of reels that he sends us. But this is not dueling aces, so we'll keep some of the other jokes to Tuesday night. I would like this game that is in Bristol Speedway to get going, but of course, the rain had to come in.
Oh no, that stinks.
Well, they're working on the field now. They're thinking about another 20 minutes till first pitch. I'm actually really excited to see this game. I was originally going to go to this, but never came to fruition.
I found the article just to give you an idea on how bad it got. The Angels manager literally was flipping off the umpires.
That's nice.
Yeah. And the funny thing is the crowd is definitely in agreement. It was just horrifying. It was bad. It was truly bad. And I'm just like, where is the other video of it? But it was bad.
There is between the Braves and the Marlins, and somebody else has now been thrown out from the Angels dugout.
This dude ejected 7 players. Sam, he ejected 7 guys out of this game. 7.
Do they have enough guys to complete the game?
It is ridiculous. This is where the strikes were called. Yeah.
They're inches off the plate.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. What are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are we actually doing?
Yeah. That dude, it was just like, you got to be kidding. Really? There is something going on, and it's not good for Major League Baseball. It isn't.
No, it's not.
It truly is not.
Yeah,
this is getting stupid.
And the thing is, again, what are they like? The challenge system, I think it's coming next year.
Oh, for sure. But here's the bad part, okay? They're having right now at the youth level, they are having such a hard time getting umpires at the youth level because people are taking this and associating it down to the youth level. And that's totally unfair. But it's happening. I mean, you have what's called Game Changer. I don't know if you've heard it, but Game Changer is a system you just download it on your phone. It's software you pop on your phone, and they get little mounts and stands now for the back of the backstop, and you can put them right on the backstop, and it shows the video so that friends and family and even the coaches can film while the games are going on, and it gets saved to your phone or stream, or you got the streaming saved to the computer at home, whatever. But I mean, some of it now, it's even got some of the units, even they give you a little additional unit that tells you what the speed of the pitches are on this little system. So, these guys, when you're watching the Game Changer, you can see very much the balls and strikes being called. And if the coaches have it lined up right, they can have that sucker right over behind the umpire, and you can tell all day what the heck they're going to call and what they're calling. They can see. It's like, nope, that was totally a strike. It was way outside. They can see it because they can see it on Game Changer. Well, guess what? Parents are also there live. They've got their phones open to it because the coach is broadcasting it. They can see it, and they are bashing the hell out of the umpires because of what they saw. They said they can see it. They know, oh, it's a ball or it's a strike because they're watching right on the video. They're watching it. They can see it.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. It's like, come on, guys, really? But this is getting to be a big problem. And if these guys are maliciously doing this, well, all of a sudden everybody's going to be like, well, we can use Game Changer, and Game Changer can tell us if it's balls or strikes. Somebody's going to develop a software. You're going to be able to put it on your phone, and they'll set it up at the ballpark, at the youth level, and they'll attach it to the back of the fence or whatever. They'll be able to tell. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'm sorry, but hey, guess what? Some of these umpires, if it's a single umpire in a youth game, they stand behind the pitchers so that they can see this view, and they can see the balls and strikes from this view. They don't have to sit there and have to tinker with the catcher's frame jobs. They can clearly see where the strike zone is on the batter, and they can tell the balls and strikes.
Yeah. And see, here's another thing. This goes into the thing with the catcher's framing. This goes into another area that we can discuss. The reason that catchers have to frame the way they do now is because there are no longer pitchers. There are just guys that throw. Most of these pitchers have no command of what they're throwing because these kids and guys are not taught anymore how to pitch. Let me explain that.
Okay.
If you look at, now I know I'm going to use, if you look at guys like Mason Miller or guys like, I'm trying to think of a good one here.
Well, what about the Milwaukee kid that I'm a fan of recently?
Yeah, and it's no offense to these guys. They're all talented, don't get me wrong, but they're not pitchers. They're guys that throw hard. Greg Maddux was a pitcher. Roy Halladay was a pitcher. Wherever that catcher set that glove, they were hitting that spot.
Mizorowski for the Brewers.
Yeah, but the problem is now that all these guys don't worry about pitching. and hitting spots and creating spin that creates weak contact. All they care about is throwing 103 and blowing their arms out. So these catchers had to come up with a way saying, dude, we're walking 4 guys an inning because you can't throw a strike. So the catchers have to go to a scenario where they're like, well, we got to figure a way to get strikes called. And now all this framing stuff has happened. That's another problem that we need to bring up. They no longer develop pitchers; they just develop throwers.
So basically, the art of pitching as well is just out the window.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong. I love this for my team, but let's be real. Johan Duran, who the Phillies just got in a trade, he threw 4 pitches last night against the Tigers on an average speed of 97.4 miles an hour.
But he's your closer.
That's not the point. The point was the 4 pitches he threw were splitters.
Okay. But again, like
splitter
I
is
said,
not designed to throw 98 miles an hour.
I was going to say yes and no. I guess, out of your closer, no matter what, it's going to be, the pitches are going to be thrown the hardest. They're going to be thrown hard no matter what. Because that's the responsibility of the closer. But I mean, Mizorowski, he's a starting pitcher doing this.
Well, he's a Terry Kubel, same thing.
So, I mean, basically, it's like, okay, now it's turning into, well, it's the pitcher's fault because he has no command or no control.
Some of them, yeah. Because here's the thing: the artist.
Oh, look who found us!
Honestly, hey, the two most famous pitches right now in baseball are a fastball and a sweeper.
Very true.
Those are the 2 pitches in Major League Baseball today that guys want to master.
And yet, at the youth level, the curveball is what they're trying to do, and it's like, no, the youngins don't need to be throwing curveballs. We got too many of them that are so close to little league elbow or a Tommy John surgery at the age of 12, 13, 14, 15. That's stupid. Quit throwing the curveballs. Kids don't need to be learning a curveball or even coming close to a slurve, whatever you want to call it. The answer is no on the curveballs. It's that simple. I've even told Bryce he's not allowed to even throw a curveball at all. I says, once you're in college, then you can turn around and kick it. Outside of that, no way. Don't even.
You're telling me, so that you're telling me kids that young throwing curveballs is worse on their arm than throwing fastballs?
Got 14-year-old just literally had Tommy John surgery, Sam. 14. 14. Come on, dude. No. Stick to just throwing it straight over the plate, 2-seam and 4-seam. It's that simple. And a changeup.
Yeah.
A couple of our umpires, one of our umpires was a former MLB player, and he even turned around and said the same thing. He said, you're doing it right. Don't let them throw the curves. I was like, cool. Thank you. Bryce was right there, and he's like, all right. It's like, you're listening to a guy who is a pro. He can clearly tell you, no. Doesn't matter what a high school coach says. The answer is no.
Yeah. And because the changeup is a perfect complement to a fastball anyway, because it is a breaking ball that is straight, that just has a straight downward dip. It doesn't have to go left, right. It's literally a straight downright dip at the end, and that's what gets hitters out in front.
Well, speaking of those closing pitchers, noticed lately that there are a lot more. It's seeming to be like WWE more when you get down to the ninth inning. All of a sudden, we got a whole bunch of fun entertainment coming into a ninth inning. I mean, the hell with the seventh inning stretch and take me out to the ball game. Sign me up for the ninth inning, baby, because dang, it's getting entertaining.
Yeah. Some of these are pretty damn good. I mean, Edwin Diaz is really good. Yohan Duran's is really good. Ryan Helsley actually comes out the Hells Bells by AC/DC too. So freaking Jonathan Papelbon, his shipping up to Boston was freaking awesome. He actually came out to some Phillies closers had some nice ones. Brad Lidge used to come out to No More Sorrow by Linkin Park. So when that rock intro hit, you were like, yeah, this game's over.
Yeah, this was Philly just a couple nights ago.
Undertaker gong in the back. I love that.
Like the little Undertaker gong. I mean, really, do we need a cameraman running behind the closing pitcher filming? Really?
I guess we do.
I mean, come on.
To be fair, let's also point out that Yohan Duran's entrance took longer than the inning he pitched. Let's just point that out there. It only took him 4 pitches to set the Tigers down in order last night. So,
yeah. I mean, Major League made a big spoof. They added it in for Wild Thing. They made the spoof about it, and it's not old, or it's not new, I should say. It is old enough. I mean, you look at this list and there are some fellas, it's like, yeah, Smoltzy, Eckersley. It's like, yeah, they had stuff. It was back in the day too. It's not that new, although a lot of people will think it is. It's really not. But it's just become more of a thing nowadays. So it's like, okay, I'm sorry, but it's just like, are you trying to make it that much more entertaining, like a Savannah Banana game? So nobody does a sinker. Bryce actually does. Edwin Diaz.
the Timmy Trumpet thing is probably the best.
I've watched it from start to finish. It's very creative. It gets the crowd pumping. I get it. It's doing its job. It truly is. Don't get me wrong. But it's like, my God, after hearing it for a week, I would just be wanting to pull my hair out. I really would. I'd be like, no, I just can't. It's like, sorry, I just can't do it.
I'm trying to think of other ones. I know Brad Lidge is what I just said. Jonathan Papelbon actually had 2 really good ones. He had the shipping up to Boston when he was with the Red Sox. Then he came out to For Whom the Bell Tolls by Metallica when he was with the Phillies. That one was pretty sick.
Okay.
Craig Kimbrell was pretty good when he was in Philly as well. I forget what his was, but I don't know if it's the same one or not, but no, Diaz's is really good. I still think Mariano Rivera from coming out to Enter Sandman is still the best.
No, it even says on here Wild Thing was also done by Mitch Williams of the Phillies.
Well, let's be fair. His nickname was Wild Thing, and it was not because of that song. I'll tell you that much. And I wasn't alive. I wasn't alive during the Mitch Williams days, but I can tell you why they call him Wild Thing. There's a reason.
Jump Around would have, of course, is a fun one. With Wilson's, that was a fun one.
I never knew that was Brian Wilson's song.
We do have to, you got to talk about Smoltzy's though. You get Dancing Queen by ABBA.
Of course he did. Of course John Smoltz will come out to that. Here. Let me come out to Dancing Queen. Oh, by the way, here's 97. Have fun hitting it.
Bad to the Bone, of course, is a good one. But what else? What would be a really good one now, though? I mean, if you had to pick one, like what one would really rip into somebody? I mean, personally, I also I'll go with Can't Touch This by MC Hammer. That fits. That totally works.
You know what? I know it's not like a traditional song, but I think a badass closer song would be Roman Reigns' Tribal Chief song.
Okay.
You want to integrate some youth in the baseball with wrestling fans? Have someone come out to the Roman Reigns entrance when he was the Tribal Chief. That would be sick.
What about CM Punk's?
What about Triple H's? Time to Play the Game?
Yeah, that would work.
Because someone's coming out with the water bottle and spitting.
I want to hear. The American Badass.
I feel like someone has had to have done Keep Rolling by Limp Bizkit. Someone has had to have done that. And if they didn't, they're freaking stupid.
Let me check it out.
Someone has had to have done that song. Nice TV shot of Terry Francona. Got the Reds playing some pretty good baseball right now. Can't lie.
Nope. Nobody used it.
Really? Nobody's ever used that.
Nope. Nobody has used it. I'll mention it to Bryce. We get one of those parents who turns around and does one of those speakers, and he comes in to close the game. I'll be like, oh yeah, play that bad boy.
That's crazy that no one has ever tried that. I can't believe no one's ever done that song. Because that's not just like a wrestling song. That's like an actual song.
Right?
Speaking of wrestling, how has nobody ever not come out to freaking Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Oh, yeah.
How has nobody ever done that?
That'd be a great one.
Oh, yeah.
The glass shatters and they walk out of the bullpen door.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd have that timed up. Are you kidding?
I mean,
come on. I'd have that timed up. I mean, at this point, listen, you can put the whole little doodads on the basketball court for imaging. You know darn well somebody should be working on that from the outfield.
Oh, yeah.
And laying out design on the outfield. Come on. If you can digitize onto a basketball court, you should totally be able to turn around and spend a few bucks and digitize onto your outfield. Are you kidding? Come on.
Oh, yeah. That, like, do around the ballpark, too, like with all the screens. That's cool, but I mean, for God's sakes now, even when we're doing fireworks shows, we're doing drone light shows now.
Yeah, I mean, why not have digital effects during the 7th inning stretch? You could turn around and do it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, come on. I know we don't have this on our agenda, but I definitely this is brutal. My man gets traded in between the doubleheader, between the two teams playing each other. I'm like, really? And it's not like it happened just in this game. Somebody else did too from New York. And they were traded to the Yankees in mid-game. In mid-game. It's like, wait a minute. Are the two GMs up in the box going, hey, I'll give you him and a box of Cheetos, and you give me that dude and a case of beer, and let's call it good.
Oh, I want him in my clubhouse in 10 minutes.
And just send them on over.
That has, like, I've seen guys get traded mid-game, have to catch a car, and then head to a new ballpark. But the fact that Saransky was traded in the middle of a doubleheader is hilarious.
And he pitched. It's like, dude, he pitched against. It's like you were just chumming it up in the dugout with these guys, and now you're sitting there in the second game and you're striking them out. It's like, come on. Really?
I want to know, did the graphics team get a thank you Sir Anthony Dominguez Jumbotron thing set up in time for that second game?
That is brutal.
It is.
I just sit there and, I mean, I get it when a guy from the minor leagues is getting the quote unquote call up and has to get pulled out of the game or whatever because he's being called up, maybe for that night or for the next day. I get that, but I mean, come on, man. I mean, literally, you're gonna turn around and get a guy in mid-game. I think you need to wait until the next morning of, and then you get your stuff settled. This in the middle of the game crap, and I mean, granted, this was in between games. But he got told during the first game. So it's like this was his walk basically from one locker room over to the other.
And it's pouring in Bristol, Tennessee again. Holy crap.
I mean, that's insane.
That is. I've seen somebody traded in the middle of a doubleheader is hilarious.
Oh, like I said, in mid-game is just bonkers. Oh, I did find one of the other ejection call. Oh, this one's so bad.
And right there, he does the same. That's called strike 3. It was below.
He doesn't even want to look.
And the crowd is reacting negatively. So is Javi with Phil Cuzzy.
It's like, dude, come on.
Wait, rerun that again. Let me say it again.
From getting out there.
I gotta wait.
That's fine.
But I mean, look, Javi's gonna fight him. Javi's gonna fight him.
Fight the damn dude.
Yeah, he wants to fight him.
Step away from the plate when Phil Cuzzy threw out Javi Baez.
The curveball lasted that.
That thing was way down.
Oh, sweet Moses.
Yeah. That was way out. But Javi's like, that's it. I mean, seriously, this is going to get dangerous because these guys are literally going to want to start fighting the umpires. And some umpire is going to get his butt kicked. It's going to
I hope
happen.
it happens.
It is going to happen. The banana game was at the Orioles Stadium. The Bananas have been almost at every stadium right now, and they are selling out like mad.
Oh yeah. So
Dude,
did
the
Fox
Bananas weren't even in Texas. It was the new Texas team, and I think the
tailgaters?
and the firefighters. It wasn't even a Savannah Banana. It was the other teams, and they sold out Arlington. I'm telling you, them as a league, as that entertainment and that league, if he keeps it kind of on the leash that it is currently, you've got people fighting, like literally fighting. You've got people fighting to get them to come to their ballpark. As you can clearly see, they've gone to football stadiums and have played and sold them out.
Yes.
They're going to football stadiums. So guess what? There's college stadiums going, come on, we'll take the money. Let's go. Yeah. Hello. They're going anywhere and everywhere. And they're selling out like mad.
Selling out like bananas.
No, they can't keep the bananas on the shelf. They're selling out that much, that big. Dude, I've watched Jesse Cole's. I follow him on Facebook. I have watched several of. I've watched the interviews on TV. I've watched the interviews online. For what he endured in the very beginning to come up with this and create it and keep it where it's at. Did you get this? I just saw the video of this one the other day and I was like, you don't pay taxes on any Savannah Banana anything. The tickets, the merch, nothing. Your food, no taxes on anything, Sam. Nothing. They are covering the taxes. You go online and buy, you go online right now and you go to buy a Savannah Banana t-shirt, or you could go to look buy a jersey, whatever. What the cost is what the cost is. And it says tax, and in the side it goes free. Totally mind blown by that. I was like, are you kidding me? And I was like, no, it's not. Not at all.
That's unreal.
Hang on. Come on. Here we go. Come on. Share screen this. So, the tailgaters stuff, by the way, badass.
They are, because that's who was up here in Philly when I went. They played the tailgaters.
Yeah, by the way, I wish you would have said something sooner because I would have had you grab me some merch, dude. I would have sent you Moolah for some merch, damn it. Yeah, if we click on this bad boy, what did he say? I like to see the ref call a strike, then I'll then start dancing. It's funny. Hey, the dancing ref is great. Marcy, hello. It is great to see you, my friend. Great to see you.
That umpire is probably more accurate than most major league umpires.
Oh my God. And much more entertaining. Here, it's right there. Tax included. Shipping calculated at checkout. And the shipping is strictly just what regular shipping would be. Yeah, tax included per se. It's because there's no tax.
That's awesome.
Yep. And I think it's one of the coolest things. we beat up on the baseball umpires already. We had our nice little fun with ripping them apart. Sam Marcy is one of our dear friends all the way from the Seattle area. Turn around and actually met her when I was doing sports card stuff. So that's how I came to know Marcy. I've known her now for since 5 years already, since during COVID. So it is always great to see Marcy. Marcy, by the way, we bumped the Dueling Aces to Tuesday nights. So that's why it's usually we were on the Mondays. We're now on Tuesdays.
Yeah, they were losing some ratings to another show, so they
whatever.
We
weren't even close to you.
Okay, there's going to be this game's going to get rained out because the field is a disaster.
Is that the NASCAR one?
The dirt is the dirt infield dirt's a lake.
Oh, well, you wanted to have a baseball game on a racetrack. Well, you gave it a shot, but just like with most NASCAR races, you're always fighting Mother Nature.
Yep.
You know.
All right. Yeah. Look, like they're bringing the grounds crew out mid-inning. There's one out in the first inning, and they're putting dirt down on the wet spots.
Oh, they're trying to put dry patch. Oh my
God.
Oh, that's going to be horrendous.
This game is not going to get played. It is pouring in Bristol right now.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, thank God I didn't make this trip. I was almost about to go to this year. I said, baseball? Tennessee? Why not?
Right.
I've never been to Tennessee, so I was like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, and they got these guys are geniuses. That dude, Jesse Cole, that dude is just a freaking genius. Yeah. And like I said, it's fun baseball. That's the best part about this. It is totally 100% fun baseball, back the way it was how it was meant to be.
Yeah, and baseball's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun. And look, I am an old school baseball fan. I was just talking about Greg Maddux like a half hour ago. I like old school baseball, but for something like what the Savannah Bananas are, it's almost like baseball meets WWE. It's sports entertainment, but it's the greatest thing ever. And like, they do such a good job with bringing in things that they know will attract. Like, we went to the game. There's a whole country music concert going on in the freaking street outside of Citizens Bank Park. And they had a concert after the game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so that's freaking awesome. You're getting a concert and a freaking game in one. That's awesome. Number one. Number two, when they are in ballparks, somebody always shows up.
Right. John Cena was one. I know I saw that one, the John Cena one.
Well, like the Phillies, when they were here in Philly last year, Ryan Howard was the golden batter in their golden bat rule. Joe Blanton pitched an inning in that game. Shane Victorino was there. Shane Victorino was there this past weekend when I was there. They were just in Baltimore last night. The golden batter, Adam Jones, who was one of the best Orioles players of this decade. Like, they know how to translate to the cities they go to.
Well, and the fan interaction.
Philly sports guy was out there. The guy that paints his face for the Eagles all the time. Joey Chestnut was there doing a banana dog eating contest in the outfield during the game.
That's hilarious.
It was the funniest, greatest time ever.
I like the fact that it's got the fan interaction. I like when if your fan catches a foul ball, you're out. I love that.
And they have a fan. They pick a random fan that can do fan challenges for plays.
Yep. I think that's great too.
When the Bananas, I guess they go around like each city and do something different. But for Philadelphia, when the Bananas would hit a home run, the Flyers' goal horn would go off. It was, I'm like, and I was sitting there like, well, this is probably the most times I'll hear that horn all season. So shoot, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, Brian, we were just talking about it.
What did he say? I didn't see his comment.
About, is anybody watching the game at the Speedway?
This game's going to get freaking, if it doesn't get, yeah, well, Tarp's back down, so we're in another rain delay. Well, at least the pitcher's mound is. All right, so they have a tarp on the mound, but not on the field. I guess they're trying to. I don't understand what they're doing here. I mean, this is another storm that's rolling through. They're showing the weather tracker. It just looks like it's going to be another rainstorm that's going to roll over this thing.
They try, but yeah, that's the dry patch stuff.
Have fun. Yeah, they're doing it as it's pouring, so have fun with that.
Yeah, that's kind of tough.
Park the field, get a dry spell, and then try to. Hold on, I'm about to mute myself real quick. Give me a second.
Uh-oh. He's got to turn around and make an adjustment to his TV.
No, set. I want to hear what they're saying about the weather, but I don't want my TV to echo into my mic.
Touche. I mean, you've poured dirt on cement. You're trying to put dirt and turf on top of cement like they would for, some other types of stadiums. But I mean, you don't have that much thickness to pull this off.
No, and the Braves already pulled.
There's the jersey setup. Those are pretty.
I may need to get the Reds hat.
Yeah, that's pretty smooth. And
real quickly, really just to point this out, the Braves have already pulled Spencer Strider. He didn't start. Because remember, the game's already been in one delay before it even started. And the Braves saw the forecast that, we're not going to have Strider warm up, get delayed, warm up again, pitch, and potentially get delayed again. The Reds now, their starter, he ends up starting the game, and now he has to sit.
Brian, at the moment, yeah, this is the first time.
Maybe the last.
The way that they did the jerseys, though, it is kind of cool. I like the number scheme. That's pretty slick. I do like it. Chipper actually said he did twist the bank, and he did get an Atlanta Braves jersey.
He said the Reds hat.
He did get one. The Reds hat is very slick. I like the Braves. I like the Braves one too, but the Reds one, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Fuck
that
the Braves.
Pretty awesome. I like it. That's pretty slick.
Speaking for all Phillies and Mets fans, fuck the Braves. Marlins are better right now. Yeah, I didn't need to be reminded. Brian, I didn't need to be reminded today how bad of a man Terry Skubal is. I didn't need to be reminded. All I saw is us have one hit through 6 innings. That's all I needed.
Touche. Nice. We're still just a bit outside. There we go.
Looks like an umpire strike zone in here. What are we doing here?
Oh, hey, look, now we're
Yeah,
really, but
actually, no, that's right down the middle. That's a strike.
right? Oh, that's a ball.
And here comes the tarp. The tarp was still drying from the first rain delay, so it has to be brought back out.
That is brutal. Absolutely brutal.
And it's brutal on the grounds crew because they're not used to this.
Right? I mean, where else are you going to turn around and it's like, oh, it's a racetrack.
Yeah, like, what do you want us to do with this?
Oh. They're basically sitting there going, well, this was an epic flop.
It's just downpouring right now.
And that's a shame.
It is, because can you imagine if the Bananas attempted to go to like something like this?
Oh, they'd sell it out in perfect weather. Yeah. Marcy brought this up just a bit ago. It's more, yeah, especially these days. And we were talking earlier, Marcy, too, that I brought it up and I said the umpires could be gambling on this.
I think there's no doubt that they are at this point.
There totally could be. And just like they had an investigation into the NBA, they, for as bad as the umpiring is, it is just so bad this year that they should have an investigation done.
Can I bring up something that just popped on my TV real quick?
Shoot.
So they're talking about, they're talking about normal baseball stuff during the rain delay. Listen to this real quick. Best records in Major League Baseball over the past 30 games. The number one team on that list is the Milwaukee Brewers, and their last 30 games, they're 22-8. Number two is number 2 and 3 are tied for the second best. That's the Blue Jays and the Red Sox. Both are 21-9 in their last 30. Can you guess who is 20-10 in their last 30 in number 3? Well, 4 technically.
Nope.
It's the Miami freaking Marlins.
Really?
The Miami Marlins are 20-10 in their last 30 games. They've actually been playing some exciting baseball over the past couple of weeks. Kyle Stowers is a stud, and it's going to be great when he's traded in 2 years because the Marlins are never going to be good. But, yeah, the Marlins, they're playing good baseball. Stowers is a stud. They got a young catcher who's a really good player. Sandy Alcantara starting to look like Sandy Alcantara again over his past 2 starts. The Marlins are playing some decent baseball, and I think they actually had some fans watching them the last 2 days. Granted, they played the Yankees, so I'm sure a lot of Yankee fans made the trip, but still. And that's the other thing the Marlins just did. They just took the first 2 out of 3 against the Yankees over this weekend. So all my Yankee fans, outside of Orlando, because we love Orlando, but to all my other Yankee fans, yeah, suck it. The Yankees are turning into the Angels. If it isn't Aaron Judge, then what is it?
Okay.
I mean, they got some decent players. Goldie's had a solid bounce back, has had a solid year. 37 years old, man. Bellinger's had a very good year. But outside of that, it's a whole bunch of yikes.
Well, sir, I think we've pretty much put this one to bed.
Well, before we put it completely to bed, let me just end it with this. I go on Twitter all the time and see Yankee fans saying, what did Yankee fans do to deserve this? You got 27 rings. Shut up. You got 27. Shut up. Spoiled brat.
Touche. If you turn around and, of course, caught up into this late, as soon as we end this off here, please go check back and watch it from the beginning. It is still one of the most creative, badass intros of any podcast show, as well as the outro of the show as well. Although the DA outro is pretty classic, literally classic. But we'll catch you next time, or catch us again on Tuesday night on Dueling Aces. Running time at the moment for hopefully this upcoming week is between 8 and 8:30. We definitely
Or whenever
appreciate
George
you
gets
guys.
home.
We're trying. Football will get balanced better in 2 more weeks, and we will be. Sam and I will usually get to kick it off right around 7:30. So hopefully we will be back to that track really soon here in a couple weeks. But at the moment, it is between 8 and 8:30 at the moment. But we are on Tuesday evenings, and this one of one, of course, is intermittent. So, but we appreciate everybody who definitely has tuned in and is tuning in. So, thank you guys very much. You can catch Sam 609 Sports Talk on Mondays, 7 to 9, right?
7 or whenever the heck we feel like we stop talking.
Also on, what are all your platforms you're on now, Sam? You actually boosted a couple, right?
Oh yeah, we're over on the Facebook, we're over on freaking YouTube, and we're on Spotify now. So Spotify episodes drop every Wednesday because I figure most of our fans are always with us on Mondays. But for the ones that can't check us out live, you can always go back on Spotify and check them out.
So until next time, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you soon. Thank you again.